What's poppin', comic fans? Mike from the Hardcover Comic here. It's the year of custom binds 2021. CBD 21. It's going to be the new virus of the year. But today I'm continuing my journey down my new custom binds. I've been reading a lot of them, rereading a lot of them. They are stories that I read in single issues and then had bound into one hardcover. And today I wanted to talk about a book that I hadn't actually had the opportunity to read as I was collecting it, but now I did in a custom bind, and that is Doom Patrol by Gerard Way and the entire Young Animal team, Nick Darrington, and a bunch of other incredible artists and writers. This was a series that came out 2 years ago. It is the newest run technically on the Doom Patrol, but we'll get into more detail on that as we look at the book, the art, and the binding itself. Before we get into things, I just want to tell everyone that the stars have aligned, people. The Hardcover Comic has a comic-specific sponsor finally. We're very happy to announce our partnership, our sponsorship by organicpricebooks.com, a fantastic website and an alternative to in-stock trades, Amazon, wherever it is you may buy your books. Amazing new releases from the big companies that you all know and love. You can pre-order books on there. They have thick discounts, and we're here to tell you, with the link down below, you'll get an extra $2 off. It's awesome. Pre-order things you're looking forward to, pick up something that may be out of stock other places, and make this the new first stop for you. I know it is for me. I know it is for Matt as well. We're very excited for organicpricebooks.com. Check them out. There's a link down in the description below that'll take you. You don't have to worry about the promo code. You just buy whatever it is you need to buy. You'll get the extra THC discount at the end. Now, let's dive into the video. Doom Patrol by Gerard Way. I went with the white buckram bind on this with the gold lettering. Got Gerard Way, Steve Orlando, Nick Darrington, Andy Lambert, and a bunch of other artists that I couldn't even fit on the spine involved with this. This is a Young Animal title. This was part of the Young Animal imprint, which was sort of a imprint of DC Comics. It was spearheaded by Gerard Way, who wrote a couple of the titles. He wrote Cave Carson, wrote Doom Patrol, and it was really great. I really love Young Animal. If it's your first time watching one of these videos, I collected all of the Young Animal titles. I had them all bound. I still need to bind some of the miniseries that were done, but I was so excited when this title came out because I love Gerard Way's writing on things like Umbrella Academy and a bunch of other comics. He's written the Killjoys. Really fun stuff. He's got a really weird mind, and he's got some really interesting dialogue that he throws in there too, and a lot of it usually involves music as well. So what's really cool about this is he's pretty good friends with Grant Morrison, as far as I'm aware. They've collaborated a few times, and so it's great to know that someone who can get along with the mind of Morrison is able to write another Doom Patrol series. This is the 6th volume of Doom Patrol. The first sort of series that Gerard Way did ran for 13 issues. There was also an event, a crossover event between the Young Animal imprint and the general DC Universe, the Justice League, called Milk Wars, which is phenomenal. And then after all of this, there was Doom Patrol Weight of the Worlds, which ran for 12 issues as well, and that's all collected in this custom bind here. So a pretty juicy custom bind, a really great story. You get introduced to a bunch of new characters and villains and crazy, wacky ideas, as you get to see often in Doom Patrol comics. Spectacular artwork and coloring. I thoroughly enjoyed it. You get, again, returning characters: Cliff, Larry Trainer, Rita, a bunch of others return that I don't want to spoil because they have changed, they have evolved. It's fantastic. The story takes you into some very weird and wacky places. There are these great Bane ads. I don't know if these were like in general in all the DC comics, but I know the Young Animal books had them. They were really funny. I don't know why. I just have a stupid sense of humor, I guess. But this was, such a great time. When it was coming out, it started in 2016, and Weight of the Worlds wrapped up in 2020. So, pretty wild. Took a very long time. There were a lot of delays here. You get some great artwork by guys like Mike Allred in here. Most of the artwork you've seen up until this point has been Nick Darrington, who's absolutely spectacular. What's great about Doom Patrol is it looks at things like media, marketing, technology, and it really makes fun of it in a clever way. It really looks at it from an interesting perspective, a Doom Patrol wacky perspective, a tripping out of your mind perspective. You never really know what's going to happen next, and I was really glad to be able to bind this. I don't know if we'll ever see an official omnibus for this. I don't think these sold like too well, but either way, I was a huge fan of it. So get into the Milk War stuff here with my bind. There's sort of a little tragic story here. But I'll get into it when we get to it. Really dug this crossover. It sounds ridiculous, Milk Wars, but it's absolutely brilliant. I loved it. So here's what happened. Lehman, I put a sticky note on this page. I wrote on the instructions on the paper I submitted with the design that there's essentially I don't even know, like 8, 9, or 10 page spread in here. You can see how many pages, to please make sure that they don't bind this in, and they did. They did anyway. Real bummer. So I still to this day have no idea what happens in those pages. I didn't read them digitally at all. That's what it is. It's what it is. So I still don't know entirely what happens in this comic book, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm not that upset about it anymore. It's not a book that I ever plan on selling. I love this title. I'm going to reread it dozens of times. It's so phenomenal. Amazing artwork. So with Milk Wars, you got to see some of the other Young Animal characters crossover as well. So you got to see Shade the Changing Girl. You got a little Swamp Thing cameo here. Cave Carson, Mother Panic, Eternity Girl's in there as well. It's really fantastic, and it deals sort of with the idea of retcons, and really I don't want to spoil too much else, but absolutely fantastic. There's a little bit of Dungeons and Dragons stuff going on. It's great. I can't recommend this title enough. I don't think it's gotten enough love. If you're a fan of the Grant Morrison run, absolutely check this one out. I think this one's easier to follow than Grant Morrison's run, but it's got the same level of craziness. It's really well done by Gerard Way. I'm very impressed with this, and I cannot wait to read more. I can't wait to just read more of his comics in general. So that's probably going to be my next project, is to do Umbrella Academy, Hotel Oblivion, You Look Like Death, and some of the other one-shots that have come up. But anyway, Doom Patrol, brilliant stuff. Go read it. Check out Young Animal if you haven't already. Some really amazing comics. Boy, oh boy, I got to tell you guys, after looking through that book again, discussing it again, I just read it weeks ago. I really want to reread it again. There are so many happy moments. Even as I was flipping through it, I was smiling ear to ear. It's just such a fun book, and having been such a big fan of Grant Morrison's Doom Patrol run, it's really special to see a lot of those themes come back and just be paid homage to and expanded on and given their own twists and turns. New characters like Casey Brink showing up just blow my mind and make me so happy that comic books and creators can be so creative. I mean, very cliched sentence there, but they can be so creative and do such incredible things with such goofy ideas. It's really something else. So I highly recommend checking out Doom Patrol. I highly recommend checking out everything from Young Animal. It was a really special pocket of the DC Comics comic universe in general, and a lot of fun. Hope you all are doing well, staying safe and sound out there, and until next time, you stay classy, Internet.